I'm Chris Hunter. First and foremost, I'm a follower of Christ. Then I'm a husband, father, grandpa, and then a champion for the trades. At GoTime, I was the co-founder here with Ben Stark, who was a mentor of mine, so that was an awesome thing. And we help change lives here. I got into air conditioning like a lot of people do, just by fluke. I actually took air conditioning as a class in high school. It was honestly like a blow-off class. Thought, man, this will be an easy half day. But then later on in life, God has a funny way of planning the steps. And lo and behold, I was working for AT&T and they laid off 10,000 people and I was gonna be one of them. And unless I could pass an air conditioning test, by all things, they had an air conditioning job open. And luckily, I remembered enough from that blow-off class, got into the trades, and little did I know it would set me on a journey that would change my life forever. So I did air conditioning for AT&T, took care of all their central offices in southeastern Oklahoma. And then one day, my boss, of all people, kind of inspired me. He's like, you know, Chris, you maybe should get your contractor license. I never even thought about it. So I was like, oh, okay. So I took my contractor test, passed it, and then started just doing jobs in the evenings and after hours for friends and relatives. And heck, I wasn't even hardly charging people at the time, but I just enjoyed serving and fixing things. And little did I know, I kept getting busier and busier. Then I had to hire somebody. And now I was in a little bit over my head because I realized, I got an actual business here, not just fixing an air conditioner. So I had to bring on some team members. And that's really what led me out to start finding the people that had done things really well and learning from them. Because I'd never even worked in another retail air conditioning shop before. So sought out people, read Ron Smith's book. And Ron Smith had the whole manual laid out there. It was beautiful. So if Ron did it, I took it back and put it to work and joined the Service Nation Alliance and met a lot of great mentors, including Ben Stark, who's business partner here. 2006, started doing it after hours. And funny story, I actually was going to call the company After Hours Heating and Air. Thank God I didn't, because Hunter Supertex would have never been born, but was doing it after hours like that. And then at 2009, just a few years into it, this side job was now keeping me busier than my full-time job. So I had to make a difficult decision. Do I want to leave comfort and security to take this leap into the unknown? Because I was making a good living and it was nice and comfortable at my other place. And luckily had a good support system. My wife, she believes in me, and I tell her all the time, hey, when you believe in me, I can do anything. And she's like, all right, let's go. So I made the jump and paid myself that first year $25,000. That was my salary. So talk about a good wife, someone that says, okay, yeah, leave comfort and go, and you can pay yourself just a little bit in hopes that you're going to build something, and build something we did. So in 2009, when I finally made the leap into full-time Hunter, I think we had maybe, 3 or 4, maybe 5 people total at the time. It was too much to manage as a side business, so I needed to make that leap. And from there, we went on a journey from 2009 to the point where we sold in 2018. Whenever we exited, we had almost 90 team members at that time and did business in 5 different locations. The hardest lesson I learned in the trades was how to make the shift from technician to business owner. I confused being really good at being an air conditioning technician at being really good at running a business and growing a team. So that was the hardest shift for me, just personally, was getting out of the fix-it machine technical and into, it's all about the people and learning the business side of it. Trying to make that shift with a technician heart and a technician mindset. You may get out for a little bit, but then as soon as something went wrong in the field, I wanted to jump back in and go back into my comfort zone. Go back out and fix it and sell stuff or whatever it may be. So it literally took taking tools out of my truck. I didn't even have access to them. I couldn't fix something if I wanted to. That was kind of the physical thing that needed to happen for me to make that shift. But that was a tough shift for me to make in the trades. If you're a technician and you're now blessed with the responsibility of leading people, and you've got more than 2 or 3 people that you're mentoring and training, it's time to start transitioning out of that truck. Don't reinvent the wheel, right? There's so many people that have done things really, really well, and they're more than happy to share. I would have went out faster and learned and then took it back and implemented it immediately. I did this, but it took me a little while to learn this lesson. I thought I could go in by myself and kind of figure it out. But if I went back, I would have started also with the branding aspect. I would have had invested that money to create a solid brand. I mean, you look behind me at this wall, the Go Time wall here. I love this brand. Even at Go Time, if I would have went back right off the bat, I would have invested in, let's do this first. Let's solidify what we look like, what we're about, what our mission is. Luckily, that came from me at Hunter a few years later, but that was where I would have started. What does success mean to me? Let me go a little bit deep on you, because you asked personally what it means to me. So in the Bible, as a man of faith, I look for all my instruction in the Bible, but it says to be successful, you obey the Lord and you follow the instructions in the book. And the greatest instruction Jesus gave was love God, love people. So if I'm expanding on that, loving God to me is doing things really, really well. No matter what I'm doing. So if I'm sweeping a floor, if I'm filling out expense reports, if I'm leading the biggest team out there, I'm gonna give it all I got. Because if I do that and it honors God with my work, that's being successful to me. So it's choosing something worthy and giving it effort that is worthy of praise to God. So that's what success means to me. Also, the second part of that is loving people. So I think no matter what you accomplish in your life, a lot of people think success is how much money you made or the awards you got. But at the end of the day, what is it really? It's all about the people you're around, and how you helped them, how you loved on them, how you built them up. So success to me is also daily trying to love people and lift all those around me up. That's a deep answer. What's next for Chris Hunter? This is an area that I'm challenged with a little bit, and I think a lot of people are. But for me, I think about everything that I've accomplished up to this point, I never dreamed of, to be honest with you. It's always been far exceeding what I even thought. What I'm really working on myself right now is to not put that lid on what's next for me. What God wants to accomplish through my life, who am I to get in the way of that? So I'm really just trying to be open. I'm trying to do the things that we do here at Go Time, all the core values, and do them really well, and seeing where that leads us.